Man, every day gets more intense than the one before. You know, we put a year in at Hogan's Hangout, listening to everybody sing. It was like fingers on a chalkboard.
On July 24th, 2025, the news broke like thunder across the world. Hulk Hogan is gone. No warnings, no signs, just a devastating announcement that stopped fans in their tracks. What happened? How will his millions be handled? How did the biggest names in sports, Hollywood, even the President of the United States, react to his sudden departure? And more importantly, what did Hulk Hogan leave behind when the bandana came off and the spotlight faded? Stay locked in, because we're about to give you every powerful, shocking, and emotional detail behind the man who turned muscles into a movement, his death, family, and what will follow. Terry Gene Bollea, born August 11th, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, and raised in the Tampa, Florida area, began life far from the ring. As a young man, he dreamed of rock stardom, playing bass guitar in bars with bands like Ruckus and dabbling in athletics before fate intervened. In the late 1970s, Bollea caught the eye of wrestler Jack Briscoe while performing in a bar. Briscoe introduced him to the legendary trainer Hiro Matsuda, whose grueling tutelage included breaking Bollea's leg to weed out the weak, only for him to return stronger. From that crucible emerged the towering, charismatic figure who would one day seize the world as Hulk Hogan. Adopting his persona in 1977 and trained into shape, he signed with the WWF in December 1983 and in January 1984 unleashed Hulkamania by defeating the Iron Sheik for the WWF Championship in Madison Square Garden. A transformation not just of body, but of cultural destiny, as Hogan's red and yellow uniform, trademark horseshoe mustache, and rallying motto, train, pray, eat your vitamins, believe in yourself, galvanized legions of fans and shaped an entire era. As the heroic face of the 1980s wrestling boom, Hogan headlined 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias, and at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, delivered the iconic body slam of Andre the Giant before a sold-out Pontiac Silverdome of 93,173 fans, a moment forever etched into pop culture consciousness and a turning point that solidified Hogan as the face of a global phenomenon. Hogan's in-ring persona translated seamlessly into crossover success. In 1982, he portrayed Thunderlips in Rocky III, towering over Sylvester Stallone and gaining mainstream fame, before starring in family films like No Holds Barred, Suburban Commando, Mr. Nanny, Santa with Muscles, Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain, and providing voice work in Romeo and Juliet, along with television appearances on The A-Team, Baywatch, Walker, Texas Ranger, Thunder in Paradise in 1994, and his VH1 reality show Hogan Knows Best from 2005 to 2007, chronicling his overprotective parenting of Brooke and Nick Hogan. The show premiering in July 2005 to record cable ratings and later spawning Brooke Knows Best. By the late 1980s, he was earning reportedly $10 million per year in WWF salary and later roughly $13 million from 1996 to 2000 during his WCW run, far exceeding every other roster member. And after retirement, continued collecting around $2.5 million annually in WWE Legends contract payments. He also earned through acting, endorsements such as Honey Nut Cheerios, 1-800 Mart, Karma Hold Co., and merchandise such as lunchboxes, t-shirts, 171-plus action figures, collectively adding millions more. Alongside wrestling income, Hogan embarked on entrepreneurial ventures. In 1995, he opened Pastamania in Minnesota's Mall of America, though it closed after a year. Later launched Hogan Energy Drink, the frozen food line Hulkster Burgers, Hogan Nutrition Supplements, and hospitality businesses, including Hogan's Beach and Hogan's Hangout in Clearwater, Florida. He also owns the Hulk Hogan Wrestling Shop that sells branded memorabilia and collectibles, all contributing to his diversified revenue streams amid fluctuating fortunes. Real estate proved both a luxury and a liability. In 1992, he built a 17,000-square-foot Bel Air mansion in Florida, listed in 2006 for $26 million, but sold after the 2008 crash and his 2009 divorce with Linda Hogan for about $6.2 million. Later, he acquired a Mediterranean-style waterfront estate in Clearwater, valued at approximately $3.3 million, with 5 bedrooms, indoor and outdoor kitchens, dock access, pool, home theater, and wine cellar, a symbol of rebuilding via tangible assets. Yet Hogan's personal life was turbulent. He married Linda Claridge in 1983, had 2 children. Brooke, born 1988, a singer and reality star, and Nick, who featured in Hogan Knows Best, but later faced legal trouble after a car crash in 2007, before divorcing Linda in 2009, reportedly forfeiting up to 70% of liquid assets, 40% ownership in businesses, and millions in real estate, devastating his fortune and forcing him to claw back through branding and appearances. In 2010, he married Jennifer McDaniel, divorced quietly by 2022, and in 2023 married yoga instructor Sky Daly. Hogan's life hit scandal. In 2012, a sex tape was leaked without consent by Gawker. In 2015, another leak revealed racist remarks. WWE rescinded his Hall of Fame status over the controversy, though reinstated him in 2018. In 2016, Hogan won a landmark privacy lawsuit against Gawker, initially awarded $140 million, later settling for $31 million, inflicting Gawker's bankruptcy and injecting vital funds back into Hogan's recovering finances. With legal and personal setbacks addressed, Hogan re-emerged as WWE brand ambassador and commissioner of the new promotion Real American Freestyle, launched April 30th, 2025 with Eric Bischoff and backed by Left Lane Capital. The venture aimed at elevating collegiate and Olympic wrestlers via storytelling and monetization opportunities. Philanthropically, Hogan quietly supported causes: the Make-A-Wish Foundation, American Diabetes Association, Dream Seekers, 50 Legs, Special Olympics, veterans and disaster relief efforts, and animal rights activism, often fulfilling individual children's wishes, participating in breast cancer awareness events, donning pink, and even leading Florida's appearance at international Special Olympics ceremonies. By 2025, Hogan's estimated net worth ranged between $25 million per Celebrity Net Worth, Sportskeeda, UOU Music Magazine, and as high as $30 million or more depending on recovery from divorce and legal settlements. Estimates vary. Some outlets cited 40 million assets in 2024 before taxes and alimony, or around $25 million after paying ex-wives and losses, yet still stable thanks to ongoing royalties, restaurant revenue, real estate income, Legends contracts, and branding deals. Tragically, on July 24, 2025, at age 71, Hulk Hogan, born Terry Jean Bollea, died of cardiac arrest at his home in Clearwater, Florida, after recent procedures on his neck and heart. He was found unresponsive and transported to hospital but could not be revived. WWE confirmed his death and released a statement mourning the loss. One of pop culture's most recognizable figures, we extend condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Media outlets including Reuters, People, The Washington Post, and others followed with tributes that celebrated his pioneering role in turning professional wrestling into a global cultural and entertainment powerhouse, noting his headline, WrestleMania moments, and crossover appeal in film and television, and also acknowledging controversies that shaped a dramatic, complex legacy. His survivors include his third wife, Sky Daly, and children Brooke Hogan and Nick Hogan, who featured in his reality shows and have navigated their own public lives. Brooke continues in entertainment, while Hogan's wider relatives include nephew Horace Hogan, and his estate will likely continue to derive income from royalties and licensing tied to the ironclad brand of Hulkamania. In sum, the arc of Hulk Hogan's life is mythic, from construction foreman's son to global wrestling titan, from musical hopeful to flashing Hollywood cameo, from scandal and financial freefall to courtroom vindication and partial resurgence, all culminating in an iconic passing that echoes his larger-than-life persona, resilient, controversial, beloved, and unforgettable. His story is woven into the fabric of modern pop culture and sports entertainment, irreplaceable, indelible, and everlasting. He may be gone, but Hulkamania will never die. Legends fade, but icons live forever in the hearts of millions. This was Hulk Hogan, and this was his legacy. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we bring you the real stories behind the legends.